All right, here we go. Finally back at it again. This time I came over equipped for this little adventure. Going to try to make it out to that area that I've been trying to get through. Seems like every time I get close, I have battery issues. But I will show a video of what I got going on here, because this time it's overkill, in my opinion. Gotta... Fuck me. Already hearing shit. Fuck. Okay. Anyways, this time it's overkill. Got a brand new light. It's the ICANN 120 bicolor. It's like a great on-camera light. And the reason I went for it is because I like the build quality of it. It's an all-steel design that kind of, fits with the steel cage I got around this Osmo Action 5. But the battery I got for this thing is one of the it's actually a small rig, but it's an Sony NP. It's not a V. Maybe NPV. It's a 930 or 970 battery. Now the damn thing's so heavy on top of this little action camera that I pretty much have to hold the cage, because if I hold it by the stick, it tends to fold up on me. So hopefully you don't see my fingers on screen. I don't see them yet, but having to hold the camera by the cage while right on this little venture. Started with 98% on the battery. The light is at 80%, so I can still go up another 20, but so far this looks pretty decent. Recording on the Osmo Action 5 Pro, whatever they call it. Got the DJI Mic 2 wireless system clipped right near my on my hat here by my head. So yeah, needless to say, hopefully we can make it this time. We'll see if there's any wildlife out here tonight. Okay. Again, hearing shit over there by the fence. Well, we're going to conserve the battery and all the lights. I do have a couple of backup flashlights here. It's kind of creepy. Yeah, backup flashlight, backup camera lights, even a spare battery for this if the 970 goes dead on me. That's where we came from. This is where we're going. Like usual, like a dummy. Once again, I'm venturing out in the woods. But there's dual reason for this. I mean, when life is like literally kicking your ass and you need to go out and decompress for a little bit, find yourself, collect your thoughts, there's no better place to do it than out here in the woods or nature or any quiet place for that matter. Just need to come out here and, relax for a little bit. I am hearing all kinds of shit. Sorry for cussing, but I'm hearing shit already out here. Which is weird, because it is kind of bright with the moon tonight. But maybe that just means that there's going to be more animals out, or maybe it has something to do with the fact that today being the last day of May, or I'm sorry, May, last day of February, February 28th, 2026, it was 70 degrees today, which is weird for winter, February in particular, that we're that warm. We normally don't crest 50 degrees this time of year. So, yeah. These woods are thick and dense, and I'm currently on a utility access road that they use to service the power lines out here should something go wrong with them. Like I said, I hope you guys are enjoying these like night hikes, these little walk and talk episodes with me. I'm gonna keep doing these as long as you guys enjoy them. It gives me a little bit of comfort knowing that you guys are with me, because yeah, this is not the smartest thing to do at night. Walk around in the woods. We're gonna go out here and find the aliens, essentially, if they be out here. I live in an area where it's kind of a hot spot for extraterrestrial activity. So let's see if we run into any life from another planet out here. Of course, there's always the possibility we might run into some wildlife. And in that case, I do have protection on me, which I probably want to get at the ready just in case something decides to run up on me. I think I'll do that here real quick just to make sure that I'm, ready to go in the event that I need to be. Set you guys down for just a second here while I got a flat surface. Okay, I am now at the ready. Should I need to, be ready to roll, I don't want to be caught in a situation where I'm not at the ready. But, like I've been saying, that sometimes in life, life will beat you down no matter what you do in life, no matter what your perspective is, what your, status in life is, money wise, relationship wise, mentally wise, physically, whatever it is. Life will, from time to time, beat you down. And the remedy I found for me personally is that if I come out on these night hikes where it's just quiet and the solitude, even though it's in a kind of a scary place out here in the woods, that this is a good place to decompress, let your thoughts free while you're out here venturing around, exploring a little bit in the unknown at night, because it's, like they say, night and day. This place is not scary at all in the daytime, but at night, as you guys are seeing, it's freaky as fuck out here. And there have been known to be, I've seen the coyotes out here. I've seen one solo omega that's down the road a ways, and it seems like that's its area to hang out. I've seen it there several times while walking my dog. And I've personally seen one bear in the 35 years that I've lived in this area. I've seen one bear, and it was a teenager that got run out of the nest per se, and he was kind of scared of everything. This is while I was working. Me and another guy got several calls about, there's this bear in the community. So we were able to locate it and kind of chase it over the fence with our vehicles, which was, excuse me here, gotta get up, which essentially was best case scenario, because anytime in this area animals are a threat to humanity, they tend to essentially go out there and shoot them, which is unfortunate because they're just trying to survive and they don't really understand what they're doing. So, like I said, fortunately we were able to keep hearing things. We were able to chase him over the fence, and then hadn't seen him since. No reports after that. Seen a mountain lion on a Ring camera, also in the community that I work for. Haven't seen one in real life. Hope we don't tonight. But if we do, we're going to be at the ready. And with that being said, I'm going to grab you guys and we're going to venture on a little bit further down the road here. All right. Like I said, I am at the ready should I need to be. Better to be safe than sorry. God, it's a beautiful night, and it's not that cold. I know you can probably see my breath on the camera, but it's actually not very cold out here, as opposed to what you would normally expect in a winter month up at elevation. Since I live at 7,000 feet, normally we're covered in snow and it's bitter cold. But this year has been unlike any other year that I've ever experienced in the over 3.5 decades that I've lived here. So, yeah. Maybe I'll just be quiet for a minute and let you guys enjoy some of the solitude as I tramp through the woods here. I'm recording. Dude, every little sound like sets you off. I think I did that with stepping on something. Every little sound. Right now, my main concern is this right side over here, because this is all woods. There is a freeway over that way, probably about 100 yards. So we're kind of sandwiched in between the freeway, and over here there's a fence line that leads to the wetlands. So if something hops that fence, I'm going to hear it because it's barbed wire. But on this side, outside of the freeway, there's really no protection. And I have seen wildlife out here, mainly in the day. Deer recently. There's a canyon. There's a canyon up that way that they hang out in the daytime and eat all the foliage down in. Kind of came upon them, and I was like, oh, this is where they hide out in the day. Obviously they move around, try to avoid the pack of coyotes. I haven't heard that particular group howling lately, so I don't know if they're still in the area or if they've migrated somewhere else. Maybe possibly due to food, follow the food, I guess. Anyways, I told you I'd shut up for a minute. Let you guys enjoy the solitude that I'm engulfed within. Don't want to get caught in that. Okay, and then the light just twisted on me like a dummy. Sorry guys, my finger's in the camera, but the light just twisted on me. I was trying to show you guys that I don't want to get caught in that mess of barbed wire. I'm gonna have to go to the ER tonight and get a tetanus shot. That's not my idea of a good time. And while I'm trying to be quiet so you guys can enjoy the solitude, I'm not gonna lie when I say that at least talking to the camera makes me feel a little bit better, because it does. See, there's another mess of barbed wire over there. Yeah, makes me feel a lot better when I can talk to the camera. All right, but we made it we're at the crossroads here, people. This way is into the wetlands, which you see me in some of my previous videos. I had to pretty much abort the situation and head back because my lights were dying. Tonight's not the case. I still got 95% on my battery because it's a big boy. Up this way, I head up this road here. That's where I've seen the coyote by himself before. This is the way, of course, we're going to be going. Try see how far we can get. Maybe we can get up to that little peak tonight. I'm hopeful. And of course, that's the way we just came. So, all right. I'm hesitating a little bit, but here we go. I'm going to turn on my headlamp a little bit too. This will help me spot some eyes in the distance. I definitely want to hear that. A bird's like, "What are you doing out here, dummy?" Trust me, I wonder that myself. Sometimes only dummies do shit like this. And like I was talking about just a few minutes ago, we were protected on one side. We were coming from one way and didn't see anything. So we really only had to worry about what was in front of us and what was to the right. Now we got to worry about three sides. We've got all this to scan. Keep our eyes and ears open, because yes, it's nothing but just absolute darkness out here. I think I've mentioned it in the past video, perhaps. I think that was coming from the road. Huh. I think that's coming from the road, but I could have swore I was hearing coyotes cackling. And then think that's a light off in the distance. I thought that was a pair of eyes, maybe. Something's fucking moving over there. I definitely don't want anything following me, so I'm going to backtrack here a little bit. Hopefully it's nothing and just my imagination, but I'm going to go over here and make sure that nothing is following me, stalking me, because I am not going to get cornered out here in the woods at night by anything or anyone. I'll tell you that much. I could swear that over in this area here, I could see through the trees, and there were some eyes watching me. I don't see anything or hear anything, so let's go back over here. It could just be a reflection off of that pole over there. Sometimes they put silver markers, numbers and stuff on these poles to identify them. And they glare in the darkness, so it could be just it's talking. The woods are talking to me. Go home, idiot. What are you doing? Why are you out here making a video? Why are you out here like an idiot? Huh. Okay. Oh, man. See, I don't see anything now, so maybe I'm not at the right angle, but okay. Yep, your imagination will run wild, as it's doing to me right now. I could have swore I saw something looking at me through the bushes back there. And I'm busy scanning around and tripping on rocks because I'm not paying attention in front of me, because I'm having to constantly scan and look around, see, like straight ahead there. That could be mistaken as an eye, but I think that's just a, you know, reflector of one of the utility line markers. Oh man. Like I said, I hope you guys are enjoying this, because while I'm out here for a purpose to kind of decompress, this is not always the smartest thing to do alone by yourself. Okay. Venturing on. We're just gonna roll film. Try not to eat shit. So I can't tell. Like straight through those trees over there, if that's a light from... There is a housing community over there not too far, but I think it's a lot farther than that light would carry. And the freeways over there, I can see kind of the lights cutting through the thicket here every now and then. I guess that is a light of a house. Huh. Guess we're closer than I thought we would be. It's beautiful out here. The zen, the peaceful allure. Couldn't tell earlier, but when I was coming home, I like to scan behind me every now and then just to make sure I'm not being followed by anything. When I was driving home today on the freeway, there was a animal carcass. Huh. It's gotta be an echo. And it was of a... I don't know if it was a cat or something like that, or a dog or something. It looked like somebody shot it with an arrow. Crazy. The links people go to with stuff like that. I see nothing down in there. Okay. Onward. Should do a battery check. 93%, so we're doing good. Doing real good. Like I said, I've got a couple of backup lights, all not as powerful as the one I got on here. And I do have a backup battery for this one, which is the battery that came with it. Okay. And we're walking through mud. You guys let me know if you guys see anything. Okay, here we go. Beautiful country. Beautiful country. This is kind of a nice biking cross country, I guess mountain bike trail, the correct terminology. Okay, we're going for it. Still a little further up here and we'll be up on that ledge. All right. Yeah, with all the craziness in the world right now, with, you know, stuff popping off all over the world, I mean, you really got to find a place where you can find your zen and your peace. Switch hands here. This one's getting a little tired. I'll have to switch back and pretty quick. If something decides to come at me. Let's just hope our peace is not disturbed. I almost came out here with my Insta Ace Pro 2 because this, like I said, this whole lighting setup is so damn heavy that at least I have the new camera Explorer cage for that can hold a little bit more weight. I mean, this cage for this DJI Action 5 Pro is not, you know, any slouch, or it's actually doing a pretty good job, but, you know, it's the stupid finger mount thing for the selfie stick that if I hold it by the bottom of this thing, it will bend over real quick, and I don't want to drop it. So our plan is to go up this way. This trail kind of seesaws and goes up this way, and you end up on a nice little ledge out there. That's our plan, is to go that way. But hopefully we don't run into any challenges while we're doing that. Switching back again. Okay. It's the farthest we got, because the last couple times we failed with the battery issues, which is why I ordered this new light, heavy duty battery for it, to see if we can't get up this way. I mean, I could cheat, go up this way, exert a little energy, but where's the adventure and fun in that? Let's see if we can't follow the trail. Cool little secluded spot. I mean, it is surrounded by homes and freeway and stuff like that. I'm just hoping that, with how fast humanity expands, that all these places don't get just destroyed and paved over. Human expansion. I mean, we gotta, at some point, stop expanding into all the areas that are just beautiful, natural. Well, battery on the camera seems to be doing good. Pretty sure the battery on the mic's doing good as well. Alrighty. Pretty sure you saw that car. We're getting really close to the freeway. But we're going to hook around and start zigzagging back the other way here soon. I did see that solo coyote run down this path one time. I was following the same path. We just came down. We were on that other side before we got over here, and he was running up this way, away from us. But at least at that time I had my pity with me, so I always feel safer with the lovable pity little pit bull with you. He'll protect me from the animals for sure. Sorry if my breathing's rough, guys, but we are at elevation and I am climbing these trails at night. I'm not exactly... This just goes up and around and comes down. It's just a little higher route, but not exactly a young stud anymore. All right, onward we go. Onward and upward. Trying to watch where I'm stepping because I don't want to roll my ankle out here in the woods. That would be bad. I'd be asking for it at that point. All right, battery check. 91, we're doing great. A lot of it's just echoing off the freeway. The sound carries good in these canyons. Oh, it's still there. I put that rock on that stump probably 2 months, 3 months ago. It's still there. Okay. All right. Cool trail for sure. We are almost there. Just like that. Oh, there's that light again. Okay. It's like, damn. That's where we came from. We're still climbing. I'm sure you guys can tell by my heavy breathing. Yep. It's a cool area. It's a little ledge up here you can stand on or sit on. Think. Long draw. It's cool rock formations in here. We're gonna go right up there. Just a clear night. I don't know if it'll do it justice on the camera there, but it's just a clear night. Beautiful, not too cold. Heard some. Huh. Looks like something was moving down there for a minute. Like I said, I could have cheated and cut like straight up the hill, which would have been a lot of effort. But I mean, where's the fun in that? Trying to show you guys a little bit of this trail in the process. If I do that, I'm not giving you the full layout of the land here. Okay, we're almost at the top. A few more steps that way, and then that way we're at the top. Here we are at this little ledge. I've stood out here before and contemplated life more than once. Excuse me. There it is. Finally got you guys out here with me. It just took some effort, some money, investment, and equipment myself. But you know what? It was all worth it. We made it. We made it out here. You guys got to come see. It was great. I might put the Necrophonic guy out here just to make it a little more eerie for those people that are into the paranormal. For those interested in the extraterrestrial, we haven't seen anything yet, so no luck. But anyways, let's see here. Maybe I'll set you down here somewhere real quick. We'll I don't want to blind myself for too long looking at the camera light because I still need to stay alert out here. I'm just trying to adjust this tripod into a wider stance here. If it'll let me, it's fighting me the whole time. Okay. All right. Oh, I can hear the geese. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to be circling with the flashlight here a little bit. All right. What do you mean? I'm not done with that. All right. Sorry, I'm rambling here, guys. Just gotta find it. Of course, I've reorganized all my apps. All right, here we go. Dark. Yeah, it's definitely dark out here. What do you want to say? Certainly active. Give them that. That's weird. Like glitched out. Okay. That's weird. I've never seen it do that. And like glitched out. Now it doesn't want to start back up. Okay. Well, like I said, plans don't always work out the way they want, but at least I'm going to put the phone back away. Grab you guys. Oh, man. Well, I'll have to look into that. I've never had a glitch like that and stop working. But if you were going to summon aliens, this would be a good spot. It's beautiful, quiet, peaceful. Yeah. Like I said, I'm glad I was able to finally get you guys out to this spot because I've been trying for a minute. It didn't work out before, but it did work out tonight. I'm glad we accomplished that little bit. Maybe some people can slow down this video a little bit and see what that Necrophonic was saying before it completely glitched out the way it did. Anyways, the trail continues back up that way. It kind of loops around this way and comes back down on that frontage road. I'm going to go back the way we came tonight. But tell you what, if you guys liked this video and you want to see me come back out here again and complete the trail, I mean, we could do that. That's an idea for another video. Yeah, I mean, we could do that. Maybe that's something you guys would want to see. But going back down this way is the more scenic way. I mean, it's cool up there. It's different. It's more like thick woods, but it's more of a gradual. Down here, great, as this is like kind of more rugged and straight down. I think you guys will enjoy this view on the way back. Kind of get the scope of what we just did. We're at 55 minutes, so I mean, I could have stayed longer up there, but I didn't want to stay too long because this video is already going to be super long, which is fine. I don't cut or edit a whole lot. I like to keep things raw and real for everybody. So hopefully you like these long format videos. I mean, I could probably slice and dice this thing into a lot of different things, but I mean, it doesn't give you the full adventure if you do that. That's one of the things I kind of like about SB Vegas. Sorry, there I hit the microphone thing. I'm sure you guys heard that. It's fooling around with it. But he does adventures out there in Las Vegas where he's out in the infamous Joe May Canyon out there looking for Kenny Veach, the guy that hiker that disappeared out there after he was talking online with people about how he found that's where we came from, a mysterious M cave out there, and when he approached it, his whole body started to vibrate. And I guess the prelude to that conversation was he was on a chat where people were talking about Area 51 type of stuff, which is very close to the area he was hiking within. And that's when he brought up his hiking adventure. I think his exact quote was, "That ain't nothing. The cave I went to made my whole body vibrate, made me uneasy." And he said he didn't have a side harm on that particular adventure, so he didn't feel like he had or was prepared to go into that cave should there be any kind of danger or something unexpected. So he didn't go in, but vowed to come back and investigate once he was properly prepared. So there is a video of him doing such said hike, whatever you want to say. He recorded it, and this is back in 2014, so now we're coming up on 12 years of him disappearing. And of course, there's a lot of theories out there as to him being a government agent, making that whole story up to throw people off the scent of certain areas, and that he got relocated somewhere, even possibly overseas in Asia somewhere or something like that. But and then of course there's the foul play angle where people say that he was a victim of foul play in some way, shape, or form, which could very well have happened. Or, hiking around in the mountains is very dangerous. I mean, who knows if he fell down a mine shaft, because he was known to explore mine shafts and poke into things. I mean, you fall down a mine shaft, some of those you're not getting out of because they've been around for hundreds of years, and all access points, especially if they're a vertical shaft, the ladders have rotted away. So, yeah. So he could have fell down a mine shaft and been stuck down there and succumb, or even been killed on impact. Who knows? Ooh, that was a bad one. Stepped on a rock a funky way, and my toe let me know real fast that that was a bad footing. Anyways, still hearing things. Anyways, where was I? Oh, so he did record the one adventure and could not relocate that particular cave. Some people think he might have been diverting people from that area into another area, so he didn't even go to the actual area where he found that said cave. It's super quiet. Things just got super quiet out here. yeah, so he so some people think he's trying to throw people off the scent, but then he goes out for a 2 or 3 day hike, tells his girlfriend that he's gonna go try to locate that cave as promised, and then he never returns. The only evidence they find of him left behind was his truck at the end of Joe May Road and his cell phone placed at a mine shaft a couple miles away from his vehicle, and some various loose change or something like that. I don't know why he would set loose change down or even have loose change in your pocket to begin with if you're going hiking. It's kind of useless, but anyways, so they go out there after, he doesn't return after 1, 2, 3 days. Apparently, the girlfriend does not report him missing for up to a week, even though it was supposed to only be like a 2 or 3 day hike. She doesn't report him missing for like 7 days. So, hold on here, let me switch hands. My hands are, this damn rig is so heavy, my arm gets tired. Okay, so she doesn't report him missing, right? For a week. So by the time, I guess it's Red Rock Rescue is the one that handles all the rescue operations out in that area. So by the time they get out there and they're looking for him, they take all the assets out there. They look in obviously the mine shaft where his phone was found and his loose change, and they don't find anything in there. Which subsequently they sealed that mine shaft due to other people trying to find him, looking for him, and them being afraid that somebody else is going to get trapped in there, so they filled it with foam and dirt. But that's another story. That happened here in November last year in 2025. So they said they're out there with the dogs tracking his scent, and the only scent they could pick up from his vehicle to the mine shaft where his phone was found and no further. Yeah. So they don't find him. Obviously, I don't know if that meant something happened to him in that particular spot. Was he abducted? Was he kidnapped? Was he buried there? Did somebody, some crazy lunatic catch him out there and he met his demise? I don't know. But his scent didn't go any further. I mean, they went even as far as to follow his video log of his previous hike around the area that he hiked around. And they didn't find any signs of him anywhere in that area. So he had to have vanished in that particular spot, being that his scent didn't go any further. Darn it. Sorry guys, I keep having to switch hands because, like I said, this light and battery are so darn heavy it wears you down quick. So yeah, his scent didn't go any further. So, in the 12 years that he's been missing, various hikers have went out there trying to solve the mystery of what happened to him. I mean, it really depends. Who's to say he followed the same trail, or maybe he doubled back and somebody picked him up? I don't know. Was it a setup? Who knows? Nobody really knows. If it was a setup or something else, who knows? But nothing but speculation over the years about paranormal and extraterrestrial. Being that Area 51 is so close to that location, could be government related. You never know. They make people disappear all the time. for various reasons. Okay, so yeah, SB Vegas does adventures out there where he checks different parts of the mountain, different canyons, and he does long form videos. I really appreciate what he does. I've communicated with him in the past on Instagram, sent him a couple things for his GoPro setup to encourage him to keep creating. Where are we at here? Over 60 minutes. Okay, wow, this is gonna be a long one. So, yeah, he does a good job. I think something that adds even more mystery to the story is that at one point, I don't know if it was the government or local entities becoming concerned about the attention to that area and how dangerous it is and all that, but they actually had proposed, I don't know what year this is, I'm sure you can go look it up if you're truly curious, that the government take over that whole area where he disappeared in. So I don't know if that was them trying to essentially cover their tracks, so to speak, or perhaps, maybe they're just trying to keep people from going out there and, meeting their own end. I don't know. In my experience, the government doesn't do a good job of protecting people, nor should it really fall on them to be everybody's keeper. Go this way, avoid that wet spot. But who knows? I'm sure they had their reasons, but it did fail. The proposal failed. And they didn't get their way as to take over that land and make it part of the restricted area out in that area. So, that is the story. It's interesting read. It's definitely worth looking into if that's your kind of thing. Mysteries and disappearances and what befell them. All cool stuff. Well, 87%. Damn, we killed it tonight. As before, I'd only got about 45 minutes into the actual hike. My batteries are dying. My spotlights are dying. It's the one thing you can't really be without out here in the darkness. It's without a good light. I mean, I had smaller lights on me, but for sure the content would have went to shit because you guys wouldn't be able to see anything. I think there's even one of my previous videos that was out here with my Action 4. I might not have settings correct on it, but it does. The footage doesn't look very good. I think I may even have it set to 1080, so footage doesn't look very good. But for those that are interested, I can definitely release the raw footage for those of you that want to check it out and are interested in that kind of thing. I'm still doing all my colorful commentary in these videos. All right, we're coming out of it. I don't know what it is, but seems like the walk home is a lot less scary. I don't know why. But I don't want that to be my famous last words either, because I'm going to stay alert. Alright. Now we're getting there. Once again, gotta switch hands. Yes. Alright. I did choose the warm color profile on this light rather than cool. It just makes the colors out here in the woods look more realistic, in my opinion, when you go with the warmer side. I'm sure if there was snow on the ground out here, I'd probably go with the cooler side, because then the snow would kind of glisten and sparkle. That kind of light. Damn, I'm out of shape. Which is weird, because I walk all the time with a dog. He walked me over 11 miles here in December. We did a walk that was this trail that we're on. We did the whole loop. We did the whole wetlands loop. Bunch of the roads in the neighborhood. The frontage trail, which I'm going to take you guys down that one. That's another cool trail. There's a piece of history on that trail that is interesting. I don't know if I'll be able to get to it from the trail because there's a stream that runs through there, but I'll sure try for everybody. But yeah, we did the frontage trail and we did a bunch of roads on the way back. And sure enough, 11 miles and some change. I cleared like 1,800 active calories, and then when it was all said and done, it was over 2,000 calories. Sorry for my finger. So, yeah, crushed 2,000 calories on that little adventure. Needless to say, I was limping the rest of the night. But I felt amazing and great the next day, I'll tell you what. That's where we came from. That's where we're going. Sounds like there's some commotion up in the wetlands. Maybe we'll go check it out. See what we can see up there. Whew. All right. Here we are at the crossroads again. This is where the path hooks all the way around and comes back. That's where we just were. This is where we came from originally. And this is the path up to the wetlands that I went up in previous videos. So let's go up here and see what's going on. Oh no. Just did it. I stepped in a big mud pile. Good thing there's plenty of grass out here to clean the mud off the boots. There's no snow. Today was the warmest day of the week at 70 plus degrees, and it decimated what snow was left. Well, the geese are up here talking. Maybe they're still upset about Team Canada losing to Team USA in the Olympic hockey game. Who knows? Not only did the men beat Canada, the women also beat Canada. Crazy. It's got to be a first time ever. Okay, that was me. Alright, let's go up here. See what's going on. Another fresh tree fell down. Camera battery's killing it too. It's still at halfway. Wow. If this is GoPro, I would already had to put another battery in and possibly be getting ready for a third. Alright. Getting ready to crest it here and see what's going on up here. Somebody's mad. Sorry, I had my finger again. My fat fingers. I'm gonna have to figure out another solution because holding this heavy rig by the camera kind of sucks. But it's the only way to do it. This particular setup. So I do have a nice tripod on the bottom. It's an aluminum GoPro one with a wide, low profile, which is awesome for setting this down. But then I got the not Insta, or DJI. It might be Insta. I don't know. DJI. Could be the DJI. I think this is the DJI selfie stick. But it's got in between there, it's got the GoPro finger mount. So, which is fine for the camera and light accessories, but being that I got this big old ICANN light on here with a heavy ass 970 battery, that just connection is not sufficient for holding this type of weight. So I might have to buy a direct finger mount for the camera. That way there's no, finger mount with a thumb screw holding it together, which is just asking for disaster with so much weight on it. Man, there's none of them in this pond. Oh, there is. Scared the hell out of me for a minute. Yeah, you too, buddy. Why are you hissing at me? The hell you want? What are you whining about? I'm not bothering you. You're way away from me, clown. Talking trash, man. Keep talking trash. You got 4 years to wait before you can redeem yourself in the Olympics, buddy. Now you should shut your beak. You're not in Canada anymore, clown. Yep, that's all I had to do was tell him off. There is a bench up here. I might set you guys down for a minute and take a load off for a couple minutes, and we'll go up to the little floating overlook, see what's going on before we head back, and call it a video, but said thanks for coming along on this adventure. Especially if you're watching this far into the video. I mean, as long as you guys like what I'm doing, I'll keep creating this kind of content and other stuff. I'm not gonna, limit myself to any particular kind of content, but I'm gonna do some stuff. I was in the gear acquisition phase forever, buying all this stuff and not utilizing it. Now it's time to utilize it, because it's like, dude, you made the investment. Come on. Okay. Oh. All right. Let's see if we can't. Jeez, man. Something's mad. Tilt you up a little bit, I guess. That's probably a bad idea with all that weight, but whew. That was a little bit of an adventure. I appreciate you guys coming along with me, because that was, let me turn this off so I'm not blinding you guys. I'm just being blinded by that light. But I'm gonna have quite the safety concerns with animals out there, because there's a fence that runs around the whole, and I mean, the animals do come out here, but you're gonna see them coming from quite a distance, because it's not as thick as the woods are over there. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming along on this adventure with me. I've been wanting to get out there to that little spot to show you guys for a long time, but I just didn't have the right equipment, because my lights kept dying on me about a quarter of the way out there. I don't understand it. I didn't even have them on the brightest setting, but it seems like this one's going to work great. I just gotta work out the kinks and come up with a little better setup to hold that weight, because those little finger things ain't gonna do the trick. It's too much weight for them. I don't want to drop that camera or break the light, screw up the camera and all that. I want to create with the stuff that I've invested in. But yeah, like I said, I appreciate you guys watching this video. It means a lot to me. I mean, have at it in the comments, man. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll definitely do my best to try to respond. It really depends on the type of comments that come through, whether I respond to them or not. Thumbs upset. Just want to take a load off for a minute or two. Enjoy the calm, enjoy the peace, find the zen. Forget about the problems of the world for a little while. I enjoy that. I can do that a lot when I'm walking the dog, because we hit a lot of the same trails when we're out here walking. And I don't even take my phone with me much anymore, because I just want to live in the moment with him and have an experience and, enrich him by getting him out on the trails. Face is frozen. I got my condensation on my beard from all my heavy breathing out there. Mic check, still got the mic. Good, we didn't lose it. 2.5 miles. A little less than 2.5 miles out there. I think here in another 30 seconds I'll get up. I'll take you guys over to that little floating platform. We'll check it out for a minute. And then head back and probably call it a video, because it's going to be at 90 minutes by that time. Sneaking up on me. Okay, let's do it. Onward. Straighten you guys back up here. Alright, battery check. 84% on the light. Doing good. Looks like camera battery's halfway. A little more than half, which is impressive. And then my mic is still up there in the 80 percentile, so we're doing good on batteries tonight. Great. I did have 2 more aperture lights in my bag, should I need them in an emergency situation. Fortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to need them tonight, so I'm thrilled about that. The light's not hot, probably because it's in the 40 degrees out here tonight, so it's probably not going to get too hot. But this is easy as opposed to what we were just in. Just a dirt road that's well traveled out here for the guys that come out here and service the drainage. What I need to do is bring out my old vintage Nikon camera and do some night photography. See if I can get anything cool with that. Because I do happen to have a lens light on the end of it, so I think with this video light, that lens light, I could probably take some cool pictures. Maybe if you guys are interested in that kind of thing, I can do some night photography, post the pictures that I take. If that interests you guys, I can do more of that too. Of course, I am by no means no photography expert. I'm merely a novice that likes to mess around and doesn't take life too seriously. That's why, fortunately, I don't look my age. I'm actually getting close to 50. I'm on the back end of the 40s. I'm in my mid 40s, about to go into the late 40s type of deal. And a lot of people think I'm still in my early 30s. Some even said late 20s. I'm like, well, I appreciate it, but I wish it was true. Or not, but I've only gotten better with age. In my younger years, I wasn't always the best person or even emotionally available in a lot of ways. So, trying to keep my fat fingers away from the lens here so you guys aren't seeing my fingers. But hey, it's all trial and error, man. The more I get into this, the better I'm going to make this setup to where it's just flawless and works good. Doesn't mean there won't be kinks along the way. Nothing on that side. Something's blinking out there in the distance. It's a little bit after 1 a.m. right now. 1:16 to be exact. And we've been walking for 90 minutes. The heart rate of 117. Over 2.5 miles of hiking. 514 calories killed. So we're starting this day off good. And I'm sure I'll be taking a... Something's pissed over there. Somebody's mad. Chill. In the last video I took you guys around, showing you all the dead reeds and stuff, and it was a lot colder that night. So I won't go that way. I'm just going to go up to this little floating platform that's just right up here on the left. Show you out over there, and then we'll head back because we're already at 90 minutes. And then head back for a little bit. Drop some more of my wisdom on you. And then probably call it a video shortly after that. Alright. Here we go. Pretty cool, huh? And it's just like nothing but clear skies, peace, and absolute quiet. This little solitary existence at this particular time and place and hour. And one of the other videos I did come out here and shine the green laser into the water to see if the aliens are hiding in there. Which, you know, if you want to figure out if anything came out of the water and scared the hell out of me, you'll have to go watch that video. Something's pissed over there. See if we can turn on the other light here and spot them. Yeah, they're out there on the island up top there. They're in their safe zone, because unless an animal wants to swim out there, that island's in the middle of this big pond. I know I wouldn't swim in here because this is reclaimed water. Not exactly something I am jonesing to do. Okay. The beautiful thing is it's all flat or downhill on the way back. And I like that. By the time I get home, I'll have it easily 3 miles in. So we crushed another, probably close to 800-900 calories after it's all said and done, which is good, because I think I ate 1,200 calories in oatmeal raisin cookies tonight, as well as a whole bag of Utz honey barbecue potato chips. That brand just finally became available out here in the West, and they make some good stuff, being from way up in the Northeast over there, like Maine, Connecticut, Baltimore type of area. So I had a hard time passing up that bag of chips when I saw them at Wally World, but I killed the whole bag like a glutton. The most exciting thing is that the dog will be waiting for me, happy to see me when I get home, and we're gonna sleep good, because we did a 4.5 mile walk with him, and I'm just knocking out another 3. So yeah, it's gonna be a good night's sleep. Here in the near future, I'm going to be doing some talking head videos and analysis for you. You guys will get to see a lot more of my mug. Just trying to get that all set up. I got so much crap in my house from all the gear acquisition that I've done over the years that it's all about getting it organized and set up in an efficient way so I can start utilizing this investment and bringing you guys more content. Hopefully exciting stuff. There's a lot of videos that are on the internet that when I watch them, I was like, hey, I should do some commentary on them, and of course apply my twisted sense of humor to them, just to, lighten the mood. Things are way too serious in this world right now with all the shit going on. God, that goose is pissed. I'm not even anywhere near him. Well, Oh, why are you mad, bro? Oh, man. Still jibber jabbering down there. I mean, you couldn't really ask for a nicer landscape to come out and decompress. So beautiful, so quiet, so peaceful. Okay. Onward. I do a podcast with another guy, even though the episodes have been kind of sparse, but we do have 61 already cataloged in there, available. It's not for everybody. It's kind of meant to make fun of all the nonsense and political aggravation and everything going on. So if people are interested in that, you can hit me up in the comments, find out what the name of it is. I'll gladly share that with you. It's not PC though. I'm telling you that right now. I don't pander. I just tell you what I think. I'll tell you the truth, or my truth, or whatever you want to categorize it as, but we all got our own truths, and I'm just sharing mine. But I'm not going to sugarcoat it to appease anyone, nor should anyone. World's a tough place. You got to be tougher and overcome the nonsense. All right, we're getting there. 90 minutes. There's probably only another 100 yards left, and I'll probably cut the camera off and or maybe go a little further. We'll see. These are just drainage containment little pits for reclaimed water that the fowl take up residence in, have their area. All kinds of different bird species out here. It's a cool place, especially when you want to be alone at 1:30 in the morning, which it's getting close to. But hey, this was a fun adventure. It's a lot better than what I would have been doing at the house. I'd probably just be doing the proverbial scrolling on the phone, or probably would have watched some YouTube videos for sure. Oh, we're almost there. Keep grinding, keep going, keep moving forward. That's a lesson for life. Try to live it. They're still talking back there, man. What the hell's going on? But mile 3. All right, we might get 3.5 in. Might get close to crushing 1,000 calories. All right. Kill them. You can have them. I've had to fight the Girl Scout urge lately because those stands have been everywhere lately, tempting me. So far, I've held out. They're good, but they're also very expensive. not so good for you. But like a lot of things in life, you can't always not enjoy things. You gotta once in a while eat some stuff that's not so good for you just so you can enjoy some of the sweeter things in life, so to speak. All right, we're exiting the wetlands here. Yeah, I'll probably record for a little bit longer here, maybe another 5 minutes or so, just so you guys can get the full experience. And then once I get into the neighborhood, though, there's not much to see, so then I'll cut it off then. I'm sure you guys don't want to see blacktop. Whew. Alright, almost there. Alright. Only imagine if I would have brought like the DSLR out here with this whole setup, man. That'd be a heavy rig. I'm gonna have to build up to that. Because just with the tripod, the extension stick, the Osmo 5 with the Osmo 5 cage, the heavy duty swivel mount, the ICANN 120 bicolor light, and the heavy iRig NP, I think it MPV 950 or 970, something like that, which is at 81%. So we didn't even do 20% of this battery's capacity. I like it. This is a heavy pig. Like, my arms hurt, my back hurts. I know everybody's like, oh yeah, okay, quit crying. Yep, I get it. I'll build up to it. Camera batteries at like 50%. Mic still at like 75% or something. So we're doing phenomenal here. Looks like we're gonna hit like an hour and 35 minutes or something. An hour and a half and some change before I cut this off. We're almost to the end here. Which I'll start my little spiel. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed the adventure. Hopefully you took something away from it. If anything, to get out in nature and find your peace is the true message. And like I said, if you like this kind of content, let me know. Comments, likes, subscribes, whatever you want to do to show your support is much appreciated. And yeah, if you like what I'm doing, then I'll keep doing it as long as you guys keep watching. So with that being said, here I'm about to come out of the woods, and yeah, I am gonna cut this off here. Oh man, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next one. I've got the next hike already planned. So until then, later.